everyone. This week we'll be focusing on the second mode, which is Dorian. And Dorian is a minor mode. And if we look, it's very similar to the Aeolian in that you flat the third and you flat the seventh. But what you don't do is you don't flat this sixth. So it has a distinct sound. If we play it in from C, so now we're in C Dorian. And before, if you recall, we were looking at the perspective of, well, if we start with C as Ionian, D would be Dorian, so that would sound like, again, using all the same notes that are in C major. And so it's a nice minor mode, if you want to sort of listen to what the difference is. I'm going to play a little tune, and I'm going to play it first in Dorian, then I'll play it in Aeolian, the same exact tune, just with the difference between whether that sixth is natural or whether it's flatted, just to give you a feel for, what makes Dorian distinct. So now, if I change that, I'm going to play the same tune, but now I'm going to play it in minor. Listen for, there's only one note difference, but it changes the character of the melody. And so if you heard that note where I flatted the A, that changes how the song sounds. So the other sort of flavoring is that you've got that dominant seventh is moved into the fourth. So you play F, A, C, E flat. Again, all those notes are happily in the scale, but that's where you get that dominant seventh chord, is at that four position. That's another thing you can use to change the flavoring. So the other thing worth mentioning is that there's a difference in this pattern of intervals, as you might guess. So we've shifted it over, and now it's tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, tone, or whole, half, whole, half, whole. And that's the interval between the notes in this scale. So takeaways, pretty much the same as the minor, but for one note. And of course, you've changed the perspective of where the major, minor, diminished chords are. So this week we've got some fun progressions. You could start with a 1 and that dominant seventh in the 4. So just looking at it from C, we could play something like a C minor and then F7. And then another fun progression you could try is to do something like where you're doing minor 1, minor 2, major 3, back to resolve it at the minor 1. So those are two Dorian progressions. Again, with modes, it's as much, or more, I should say, about the melody than it is about the actual chord progressions. So also keep in mind, if you want to build one of these, to also try and make sure that you put some sort of Dorian style melody on it, and that you keep in mind the relationship where your tonic center is going to be, this minor 1, whether you do it in C, D, or any key you choose. Good luck, everyone. Look forward to hearing what you have to come up with.